Holy crap, are we live? Oh my god, it actually works somewhat. Good evening peeps, my name is Scribbs and welcome back to another vlog. One that I actually really should have made a long time ago. I am so freaking sorry that I've been cutting out on this, but there's just been a lot of stuff getting in the way. That and then I'm also only human. I've been procrastinating quite a bit. I'm very sorry about that. I really do intend to make more of these one-on-ones, but yeah, I've just been an absolute failure apparently. But in case you haven't noticed, the quality of the video is a little better. Don't hope for this to be permanent in any sort of way. I am right now recording on what is probably the shoddiest setup ever. I've basically got my telephone, or my smartphone, taped to the back of my monitor, and I'm recording through the front You know what? You don't need to know the awful details. I just need to get this video over with before the whole thing collapses. However, today we got another Q&A with Scribbs. That's right, I am answering more hot questions from you guys. I don't know why I keep calling them hot questions. It's not like they're date questions or anything. But I'm just gonna answer some more questions in this Q&A because I don't really know what else to do in these vlogs if I gotta be quite entirely honest. I mean, I'm open to suggestions if you got any. But yep, let's just jump directly into it. Also, actually, maybe we should make this. It's December, so maybe we should make it a little more Christmassy. Hey, guys, you see that? That right there is a Danish Christmas ornament creation thing. It's basically a piece of wood with moss on it. Do you guys have these elsewhere? Look, it's got tiny numbers on it. And then you burn it down for every day, kind of like a calendar. I haven't seen those anywhere else, so I don't know if you guys actually do this. Is it called a calendar light? I don't know. Oh, crap. Don't play with fire, kids. Oh, I can smell the gas from here. Hey, look at that, we got a little light going. Oh, isn't that nice? Now it's all Christmassy. Wait, can I actually make it like more moody? Ah, there we go. Now I'm gonna let this, hopefully not toxic candle burn right in front of me while I answer some questions. The BC says, happy to see another Q&A in the works. Anyways, I'll add a few of my questions. What was your first video game you ever played, and what were some of the others you grew up with? I don't remember my first game. My parents don't either. I've asked them multiple times, what was the first video game you ever bought for me, but they literally don't remember. But the earliest video game that I can remember was probably playing Pokemon on my old Game Boy, what was it called? It was like, I don't know, it was a Game Boy Advanced version that kind of had like the flip thing, where it could kind of like flip like a Nintendo could. But what is probably one of my favorite series of all time still to this day, and because it was like one of the first games that I really remember playing and enjoying with like one special friend that I actually still have today, that was the Sly Cooper series, or the Sly series, I guess you'd call it. If any of you people out there freaking remember Sly, especially the second and the third one, write down in the comments, bro. That would be a big ups from me. Those games are so freaking awesome, and I could take like an entire day off just to talk about them. I've replayed them multiple times even after I've grown up. And I even played them with my friends, so that was sort of a cool like re-bonding session. And it's just so, those games are so freaking good. There's such a sense of adventure, and I really love them so much. The first one sucked though. Have you played any of these games? Dead Cells, Dead by Daylight, Ark Survival Evolved, Enter the Gungeon, and Subnautica. I have played Subnautica. Subnautica would probably be my favorite out of all of those, just because it's a game that I've never really seen anyone do before. And I'm saying that as someone who's actually skeptical of Subnautica. I really had a bad view of Subnautica. Did my camera just... Now we're good. I was really skeptical of Subnautica because it came out at the exact same time as a survival game where all the other really bad survival games came out on Steam that were like continuously in early access, and the fact that Subnautica was also in early access was not a good, it wasn't a good first impression, let's just say. But the game evolved into so much more, and I freaking love the way this game just promotes exploration, at the same time also having the sort of horror under vibe to it. And I freaking love that game. Enter the Gungeon's also good. I suck at it. Dead by Daylight, I have played. Dead Cells I suck at. Ark I've never played. People said that Ark is really good, but I don't like it for pretty much the same reason that I didn't like Subnautica to begin with. How's your day going? It's actually going pretty great. Thank you for asking. Although I am very sore, because yesterday I was out actually working. I was doing like gardening work and stuff like that. And I don't know what I did, but I just used some muscles that I was never used to using. And my back, my hand, my crack. Let's just say my hand, my back, and thighs took quite a beating on that one. I actually don't even want to draw today. That's how badly my hand is sore now. What's up, how are you? Pretty good, thank you for asking. There's a freaking mosquito in here.
I'll have to take it down. I'll do it myself.
Don't look at me.
If you ever want to get rid of bugs, the vacuum cleaner's the way to go.
Mike says, cool, hope this isn't too long. What was the hardest thing growing up as a creator? That is a really freaking tough question, and one that would probably almost require like a video in and of itself, since it's such a broad question. And I actually don't even know exactly what you hint at here, but I'll try my best to answer. Probably the hardest thing about growing up as someone who's done YouTube is the fact that I was still trying to do YouTube when I really shouldn't be. There was a point in my life where I was suffering, I didn't know at the time, but I was suffering from clinical depression and definitely also like a branch of anxiety. And I was hit by it really bad, and the fact that I kept throwing myself at YouTube and I kept feeling guilty about not doing YouTube, or whenever I missed out on days because my motivation was ruined, I just kept basically using that as a stick to punch myself further and further down, and I really ended up in a bad mental state because of it. So that will probably be the toughest time that I've had. What is your relation with Nintendo games in general? I like them. I think most YouTubers like them. I don't know if Nintendo likes us though, since they freaking keep like, what is it? I don't record Nintendo games, so I don't know, but isn't it something about them like copywriting or copyright striking all their videos, maybe even takedowning some of them? I don't know. Nintendo are just a bunch of assholes, and a lot of their games are just made in an overworked Japanese sweatshop. Although I will admit, I didn't grow up with pretty much any Nintendo games really. The only point where I think I actually got Nintendo games was on my Wii. But it's nothing that I hold nearly as dear to my heart as some other people do. However, I do respect their history and importance to the gaming medium. What got you into drawing? Storytime YouTubers, surprising as that might sound, but I think I actually told you guys about this at some point, but I actually started out making Storytime videos. If you go all the way back to the first video that I made, don't do that, I beg of you. You'll see that some of the first videos I made were storytime videos. And I just wanted to improve at drawing at that point, and I wanted to find like my own niche on YouTube, so I just wanted to do both gaming and drawing because I'm a big fan of both. But yeah, if I had to give a single inspiration, it would probably be Storytime YouTubers. Why do you play small indie games instead of really big ones? Because a lot of indie games are made with love. A lot of bigger games aren't at all. And, well, of course there's more to it than that. There's also passion projects in the AAA world, but not nearly as much. It's not like the passion of many people like driving into one sole object or one sole like purpose. When that does happen sometimes in the AAA community, you get some freaking amazing games out of it. But it's so rare that you actually see any of that. And it's not because I don't want to play AAA games, it's just because I also, from like a YouTuber standpoint, I think it makes more sense to me, especially as a small YouTuber, to be playing small games, because if I played a lot of big games, like freaking Call of Duty or something, like I would be drowned out by all the other people already doing it. When do you make more of that Minecraft goodness? I was actually planning to do that in this December, but then I thought of the idea of actually playing Terraria, and now I'm really enjoying that. So I might return to it in the future, but for now I'm probably going to be sticking to the 2D version, as some people call it. Is wax toxic? Can I get intoxicated from sniffing burning wax? Little Kiddler Cat asks, if you could turn your rage into a number, what number would it be? I don't know. Depends on the game. Which one is better, Project Arrhythmia or JSAB? That is an unfair question to ask because both of those games, while they are similar in gameplay, are good for entirely different reasons. If you want quality over quantity, pick Just Shapes and Beats, and if you want like quantity over quality, you can pick Project Arrhythmia because there's definitely more to play there, but the quality is also a little lower just because it isn't made by a professional team. Do you have any idea about Hollow Knight? Bitch, I used to be a Hollow Knight YouTuber before I became a rhythm game YouTuber. Are you familiar with the game Roblox? This is getting ridiculous. I am familiar with Roblox, however, I wouldn't say that I'm particularly interested in it, mostly because it lacks a lot of the things that I like about video games, such as like really good gameplay and also like, you know, good story and stuff like that. Which has the best songs? Project Arrhythmia or JSAB? They both have a lot of the same songs. Some of them even have like the exact same songs in them. So once again, unfair question. Also, why are you so interested in pinning Project Arrhythmia against JSAB? What have they done to you? Having them fight is like domestic abuse. It's like a sibling fighting another sibling. Question 1. What's your favorite game? Question 2. What's your favorite color? My absolute favorite game of all time would probably still have to be Undertale. I know that there was like this whole thing going on and it was like a gigantic wave of a fan base that rose up and it's pretty much never died out. Like the freaking wave of Undertale fan games and fan art that exists at this point. It's almost like a bottomless well. There's so much of it now. And by the way, what I'm about to say isn't because I'm like a freaking weird hipster or something. It's actually something that became sort of like what do you call it, an internal joke between me and a lot of my high school friends, and that's the fact that I just stumble upon things as like one of the first people. It happened to me when I played Doki Doki Literature Club. Like no one freaking knew what the game was at the time, so I was severely shocked when that game turned out to what it turned out to be. But that was the same with Undertale. When I found Undertale, it was through like a smaller indie game reviewer. I don't remember their name at this point, but I played it almost like barely a week after it was released. So I really felt that I went in with that completely blind experience, blind expectations. I actually didn't expect a lot from it because it looked sorta bad, so my expectations were freaking blown out of the water, and I ended up absolutely loving that game. And funny thing is, it's actually recorded, and it's up on YouTube. But it's all privated now, you can't go find it. But on one of my older channels, I actually played that game, and you can see like my reaction to the game live. Or not live, but like in its actual original form. And I think that's kind of cool that ended up being my favorite game. What's your favorite color? I don't know. I actually haven't thought about that a lot, but I think I like green a lot, just because I like nature. But I guess you could say the same for like blue. I like water. I like the ocean, so that's a hard question. I don't know. I'm gonna guess green. How did you grow up your channel and what do you plan to do in the future? Asks Defos Gaming. Defos, I know you've been following my channel for a while now. You've been very loyal and you've been very active in the comments. So that's why I'm gonna say in person right now, I'm very sorry that I won't answer this question now, because I'm saving it for another time. I'm actually saving it because I'm probably gonna be talking about it a whole lot in my very soon upcoming 3K celebration video that I'm gonna be doing. I haven't done a milestone in freaking ages. I don't think I've done it since like 1K where I did my actual face reveal. So yeah, it's been some time, so I think I'll actually refrain from answering that question until then, but I just wanted to let you know why I didn't answer, because I love people who are like so active in the comments, even like despite no matter what I record. Like people who don't just watch my Project Arrhythmia videos, but also watch other stuff that I make. Those people mean a lot to me, so I just wanted to know you're appreciated, and I'll answer your question at some point. But anyways, peeps, that's all the time that I actually had for this one. My candle is almost burning down farther on the dates than it should be. It's currently the 7th December, and it's already down to like, it's almost done. But before that, to remind you all to have a holly jolly Christmas, I wanted to show you the variety of different Christmas ornaments that I received when I left my home about half a week ago. They gave me a bunch of different Christmas stuff, not just this candle, but they gave me this guy. This little Santa guy. He's cute. It's actually called a nisse in Danish. It's adorable, and it actually sits on this thing, usually. You got the whole thing looking sort of cozy and comfy like that. Isn't that sweet? I also got my beautiful Christmas lights, which I appreciate very much, although my camera might hate them. But then, I also want to just leave this video off with the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop. And that is this doll ornament that my sister made for me. Hold on, wait for it. Oh my god, that is horrible. Oh man, it's not something my sister made now, but I think she made it in like grade school or something, and I accepted it just for this gag that I wanted to show it to you guys actually. And yeah, I think my house is haunted now. But anyways, peeps, thank you all so much for watching. I know there wasn't any gameplay in this, and I know that there wasn't anything particularly interesting, except just the fact that I'm talking about stuff that I like and enjoy. And just me, you know, sort of talking directly with you guys, but it's something that I want to do more. It's definitely something that I want to sort of make a core, or a core aspect of this channel that's just me being able to talk to you guys and just having fun while doing it, because I love transparency, and it's really sad for me when YouTubers start to distance themselves from their community. They don't talk to them directly as much. And they sort of just act like, once again, they're an audience instead of people that you can talk to. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for commenting your opinions and just, you know, talking to me, keeping me company here in my lonely apartment where where all I got is this thing. So thank you for that. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace. I cannot believe this setup held on. Like, until the very end. Because, see, as soon as I poke this, it's gonna die.